Hello, hello, hello. It's that time again.
Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock. Guess what that means? It's time for another Facebook Live. So, welcome, and we hope you're all having a great day. Now, this is the perfect day to be quarantined. So it's nice
Overcast.
and exactly nice
Reminds
and
me
gloomy.
of England.
That's right. It's perfect out there. It's a perfect sewing weather too. So.
Oh, do I get to go home and sew for the day?
Yeah, really. You think?
I'd like to.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a really, really fun technique for you today. So I think you're going to really enjoy this. Again, you notice how I say we. I'm always really good at that. But today we're actually going to do edge-to-edge quilting in the hoop. So the technique was actually from Emily Scott. I think that's how you pronounce her name, isn't it?
I think so.
But anyway, it's a really neat technique. We're doing this in the hoop, and you're going to actually utilize your camera. For those of you with a camera on your machine, congratulations, by the way. It's the best feature in the world. For those of you without a camera, we're actually going to show the technique the camera way. Is that right? You want to?
Correct. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the way she teaches you in the book. I'm not going to be demonstrating that today, but if we do get enough requests, I will do it as a demonstration another day. It's just that to show 3 different ways of doing the connection might keep you on here a long time.
Yeah.
So we're going to focus today on how the Destiny and the Solaris, you can use your camera and your projection technology, but there is a manual way using templates, okay?
So again, anybody with a camera, you're going to be able to do it the way Kate's going to show you today. For those of you without the camera machine, first of all, you need to get a camera machine because it is the absolute coolest feature you'll ever see. But without the camera, there is a technique in the book. She teaches it to you. And again, these books are really, really cool. She not only has the books, but she also has companion CDs.
We're going to show those.
Oh, we are? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm way ahead of myself here.
And also, just so that you know, if any of you are posting any comments at the moment, we do not have anyone behind the camera right now.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so we're not ignoring
clueless.
you. We will, in just a few minutes, we will get one of us behind the camera and we'll check and make sure that there isn't any messages that we have missed.
We have had a ton of requests for people requesting masks. I wanted to show you guys, I actually spent my morning at Lutheran Hospital this morning. Again, they've got a whole sweatshop, for lack of a better word. They literally have about 20 nurses up in their conference room sewing masks. Again, we've had just an influx of requests from different organizations and different places. For those of you who are sewing masks at home, we have no shortage of places to bring them to. So if you don't have a place to donate to, or you don't have a place to go,
we need them.
We really need them. I also wanted to show you what they're doing at Lutheran Hospital, and actually at Good Samaritan too, with the straps, because I know a lot of you have struggled getting elastic right now. So they've actually made, would you call this a bias type?
No, it's not.
It's just a strip of fabric, or what?
It is just a strip of fabric, but it's a special fabric that doesn't fray. So I know that the closest that you ladies are probably going to be able to get to is by using a bias binder attachment of some type. So that would be the next best thing, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you another alternative. If you're out of elastic or you can't find any elastic, another alternative to make these masks with, because again, a lot of places are realizing that there's a shortage on these. My wife, as you all know, works in the human services down in Douglas County. She literally has sent me 5 emails today with different places that are requesting.
I have a solution for you. We have Baby Luck sewing machines that you can take home tonight and you can start sewing.
That's a good idea.
I'll even give you a lesson on how to make one.
Never mind. So
he's begging you all for
exactly,
them.
I am.
I think he should make some.
Well, do you think I should? Actually, you're right. I even have the fabric here, so
there you go.
I have no excuses. So anyway, again, I just wanted to throw that out there. You've got some things too, don't you?
I do. one other thing with the orders. So when we are doing these Facebook Lives, you are all so gracious, and you are putting your orders onto the Facebook Live for us to follow through with. We are getting inundated with requests, which is wonderful. We love that. Don't stop that.
Don't stop that.
Don't
That's
stop
right.
that. We love
you
that.
just keep going.
But it appears that we might be missing 1 or 2 of your orders. So what I'm saying to you...
Or 3 or 4 or 10.
Stop. So what I would like to stress to you is we are calling everybody within 24 hours of going live. So if you placed an order yesterday and you have not heard from us by the time we go live the next day, please give us a call. And it just means that we missed a comment somewhere. So at the moment we're getting over 500 comments on our Facebook lives. So occasionally we are missing 1 or 2 of them. So we apologize if you are one of the ones that we have missed. So anytime you're placing an order, we should be calling you to give you an option for pickup, curbside delivery, whatever it is you'd like to do. If you do not hear from us, please give us a second chance and give us a call at one of the stores.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Again, we don't want to miss you. We want to make sure we get it. Again, we're doing the free delivery. I want to emphasize this every day. On sewing machine, vacuum repairs, sales, whatever, we're bringing them out to your house. And right now we're doing same day, basically. So we're able to get out to you right when you ask. And again, we'd love to help you any way that we can. And we will come to your home. So,
do you know about the Bear in the Window program?
I've been bare in my window, but I never. No,
you can get cited for that. Okay, so there is something that's going around the neighborhoods. It's Bear in the Window.
And it isn't me, I swear.
And it is, it's just a fun thing for young families when they're out on their walks to look through the windows, not look through your windows, but look at your windows and see if you have a bear in your window. And they're just using it for the little ones. They're using it as like a counting thing. It's kind of like a hide and go seek type thing when you're out on walks with your family.
I Spy. That's a pretty cool
there you go.
thing.
It's
yeah,
exactly what it is. It's an I Spy. So somebody, one of our customers actually called and suggested that we announce to you all about the Kimberbell bear, and that if you have made any of the bears for the Kimberbell, that you go ahead and put one of those Kimberbell bears in your window.
I think that's a cute idea. Yeah, exactly.
And I know that Val actually just sent me a picture this week. It was super cute. She's got a jumbo bear sitting on her front porch, and it has a mask on it.
Oh, does it? That's adorable.
So it's super cute. So anyway, we wanted to share that with you. And then the last thing that we wanted to share with you, this is kind of a fun thing that's come in via email to us from the company that does our outside financing. So the Synchrony, GE Bank, whatever names is it?
Yeah, it's exactly. So anytime you're financing a machine or anything, you're doing it through a Synchrony card. And so they've got a really cool promotion for you guys. So go ahead, Kate.
You want me to
No,
go?
I want you
Okay.
to. Yeah.
So the Synchrony promotion is that you do 4 things. One is that you are purchasing maybe a yard of fabric or supplies to make a face mask, okay? So they're asking you to reach out to organizations. Now, we've just given you a wonderful opportunity that you can reach out to us and say, are you taking masks? The answer is yes. So now you've already followed the first step. You know where you're going to donate your masks to. Number 2 is you contact your local sewing retailer, that happens to be us. And you purchase something, okay? It is supposed to be something that you would use in the mask, but anything is fine. Any purchase. It doesn't even have to be a $20 purchase. It can be a yard of fabric.
It could be a sewing machine.
It could be a sewing machine.
Yeah,
it could be a vacuum cleaner.
There you
go. So anyway, you make some type of purchase through us, and you arrange for curbside pickup, okay? You will automatically receive a $20 statement credit. You don't have to do anything else. And then the last thing is you share your completed project with your community. So you can post that to
On
our
Facebook, or on our Facebook page, your Facebook page,
you
whatever.
can email it to us and we can show it, so however you want to do that. But we thought that was kind of a fun way for you to do something good for the community, and you will also get a $20 credit back from the finance
I think
company.
it's kind of nice, and we'll try to put this link so you guys can follow the rules and
And
go
I'm
on
going to
there.
go behind the camera and see if we've had any messages that we need to.
Okay, good. And I've got a winner from yesterday, so yay. Again, we're giving away the little storage bag. Is that what you call this? A zip flat pouch.
It's like a project bag.
Project bag. And the winner for this one is Linda Day. Linda Day, congratulations. I hope you're out there. And
Oh my, we got lots of messages. I'm not sure that I'm still scrolling and I haven't got back. Okay, let's see.
hopefully she didn't turn off the video here. So.
Most of them are just saying hello.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi Shirley, hi Pam, hi Pat, hi Annette, hi Janet.
Actually, we should have switched places because you're the one who's going to do the project.
Oh no, I'm going to make you do it now.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, we are.
That's
Okay,
all
ladies,
right.
do we want Patrick or Kate to do
No,
the
actually,
sewing?
lots of hearts for Kate.
Hi Val, hi Jolene, hi Annette. Annette, back. I am going to be emailing you back with a different file for you on that, okay? Let's see. Pat Jackson, Linda Caldwell, Susie,
Okay, I'm
Dorfa.
about to start doing my chicken dance.
No. Okay, I'll get right to sewing here really quick. Okay, I may have to go and read these all afterwards because there is so many. Let me scroll back up to... Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Here, go ahead, get over and do your project.
See how he talks to me? Do you see how he talks to me? This isn't even fun. Okay, so let's get going. We're going to trade places.
That's good.
Okay, so edge-to-edge quilting. Edge-to-edge quilting is a technique whereby you turn your embroidery machine into a long arm quilting machine.
Go ahead.
You're smiling. What?
Your husband's on.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Hi, husband. What's for dinner tonight? So one of the biggest challenges you have with this is the mathematics that are involved in figuring out the size of your embroidery design.
And no, Rich, it's a different shirt. In fact, I went through the whole day without spilling coffee on myself, so I'm pretty happy about that. So.
Okay, so it's basically a technique where we join a design in a systematic manner, and we create what looks like long arm quilting. Okay.
That's...
Amelia Scott, go ahead.
Never mind. We had somebody from Seattle who said hi, who found us on Facebook. So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Hi in Seattle. Okay, so Amelia Scott does the full mathematics in this book. So basically, this book is the starter book that actually gives you all of the directions. Her method is called the PDC method. Pretty darn close. Okay.
That's perfect.
So
That's my method, actually. That's great.
That is not the method we're going to teach today. So the pretty darn close method is using templates, okay? Templates are great if you don't have camera technology. But if you have camera technology, it actually surpasses anything, and it's not pretty darn close anymore. It's exact on.
That's
we can
awesome.
actually see where that needle's going to drop, and we can drop it right in the right place. So we're going to go take a peek at a quilt that I have over on the table here to show you what it looks like on a finished project.
By the way, Kate's having soup tonight for dinner for everybody who wanted to know that. So
Cool. Okay, so here is edge-to-edge quilting. And you can, it's kind of a busy quilt. I used a variegated quilting thread from Superior Threads, I believe, on this one. And really it's kind of a needle in a haystack to try and see where you have joined your designs together. So
she did this in how many hoopings, Kate? I mean, this is
it has about 75 hoopings.
Yeah, this is 75 different hoopings. And again, if you went through this, there's absolutely no way you would be able to tell this wasn't done on a long arm.
Okay, but here's my secret. My secret is
Oh,
this
there we
little
go.
guy right
Yeah,
there.
that's-
Okay, so she teaches using a standard hoop, creating a template, which if I do get requests on here for it, I will be happy to do a live on that way. But today we're going to focus on how the technology can help join these together. So when you buy the book, it comes with 10 different designs. Can they see these pretty well?
Yeah, very
Okay.
well.
So basically what you have is you have a start point and you have an end point. And then you have an A file and a B file. And what happens is a column, which is going to be a vertical line, will be all of your A's. So you will continue down your quilt. Now the bottom of this design and the top of the next design do not connect. But because of how we position them, it looks like they are connected. But then what happens is, this would be an A file, and then we would bring in a B file, and the B file would connect right here. So let's go show you how we do this. So the 10 designs you get with the book, you've got a leaf one.
Jerry, you can use up to a 9x14 hoop on your Meridian. So that's, again, the Meridian, Destiny, Altair, all of those have 9x14 capability.
So this is the star quilting design. This one is a Christmas one. It's called Holly. This one is a musical note. This one is spring. I did a table runner using this one. It was super cute. This one's just plain old stipple.
How boring.
No, it's not.
No, that's right.
This one is boardwalk, so it's kind of got some cute things on there. And then this is my favorite. It's the daisy. Okay, so let's go take a look, and we'll see how we actually do this.
Elissimo will do an 8x12 hoop, Lori. A little bit smaller than the Meridian in those machines.
So the first thing you're going to do, if you are using the technology...
Sorry about that.
Do you want a chair?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do if you're using the technology is we're going to go straight in and sew our first design out, okay? So we're going to go in and...
No, B pocket.
Oh, it's on USB?
B pocket.
Okay. And we have, I don't know how well you can see that, we have Western and we have small A and small B. So I'm going to bring up my A file and I'm going to press set. Now I am doing the smallest of the designs.
Here, let me see if I can get over there a little bit so they can see. I'm going to get behind you. So that's the design that we're actually putting onto this first piece here.
And I chose the small one just so that it was quicker for sew out purposes. And I'm just going to move my design. I've already got my hoop ready to go, but I'm going to move my design over to the top left side. So it really doesn't matter where we position our first design. And we are going to... Oh, you got to put your... Maybe you should do this.
We're new to this, so...
You got to put your little lever down. And we're just going to go ahead and we are going to start to sew. So it's going to start over on the left-hand side. It's going to do the embroidery. And it's going to finish on the right-hand side. So this is just going to take 2 minutes to sew out.
Not too bad.
So when you purchase one of her design packs, the designs themselves come in 3 sizes. So the smallest design is 5.4 inches in 5.4 inches in width and 9.9 in height. The next one is basically a 7 by 11, and the next one is basically a 7 by 14 design. So those are the 3 set sizes that the designs come in. So it's very important that you use the A and the B file for the same size. Ask me how I know.
So the thread that we're using, by the way, is just a Floriani embroidery thread. So we're just using a standard embroidery thread on this. Now you can use a cotton thread, you can use whatever you want. The quilt we showed you earlier was a variegated cotton thread that Kate used. So again, we've got a whole bunch of choices when it comes to that. And of course, the thread broke because Kate left.
Here's the thread that I used.
Okay, so this is actually, there it is. This is what Kate used on the quilt that we just showed you, and it is actually a signature, a 40 weight quilting thread. So now on this, when you break a thread, you need to make sure that you move back far enough because it is just a single design, and we need to make sure that we back up far enough to cover it. The designs are by Emily Scott. Again, it is it's a technique that we're showing today. So we're not going to actually have a project on our website. This is going to be more of a continuous border style technique that we're showing to you today. And Emily Scott has perfected this edge-to-edge type of quilting. How many other places or other... do you know of anybody else who does this type of technique?
No, not with the connecting from the... So here the machine is stopping. So do you see where this has stopped? Okay. So this was our start point over on the left-hand side. And then our end point is over here on the right-hand side. Okay. So now what we would do is we would remove the hoop.
Scary, scary. She's going to unhoop. Nobody panic.
And then we are going to remove this. And we're just going to go ahead and move this over. And without this hooping system, this is a lot more challenging. So this is the monster hoops. They come in a variety of sizes, but for this technique, I would strongly, strongly encourage you to invest in one of these.
And the bigger, the better on this, right?
The bigger the better, because then you can always do a smaller design. As you see, this design is quite small in comparison to the size of the hoop we're using. So now what we need to do is we need to go back and pick up our B template. Now I want you to pay attention to the fact that we have the hat up top and the boot underneath, okay?
That only makes sense.
Well, maybe. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go all the way out. We're going to go back to our USB stick, and we're going to get this one, which is the Western Small B. And now when I bring this in, you will notice that it is a mirror image.
I get it.
See how it's mirror image, so that it doesn't look the same. It's not consistently the same. They've kind of switched it around so that you get more of a flow with your design.
Do you know how much this is?
The book that comes with the 10 designs in it, that gives
Christine,
you all of the
get
directions.
your mind out of the gutter. Sorry.
Is $35, okay? And that's the book with the instructions and the first 10 designs.
35? That's not bad.
But each one of the expansion packs has 10 designs in it, and they're all $20.
Yeah,
So,
that's
and
not
I'm going to
bad at all,
show
yeah.
you. I will show you all of the expansion packs here in just a moment so you can see them. So you're basically paying $2 for a quilting design, which is very reasonably priced.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now what we have is we have the new design. It's up on the screen, and we're ready to position it, okay? So this is where she uses the template. What I'm going to show you here is two different ways to do this. The first way I'm going to show you is the projection, and then the second way is the camera technology if you have a Destiny, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to tell it that we're ready to embroider. Now when we look at this design on the screen, again we have a start and an end point, okay? So what I want to do is I want to connect that start point with the end point on the design I just sewed. So we're going to use this little icon right up here, which is our projection. We're going to bring the projection on. And then I'm hoping it will show up really well over here on the quilt.
It will.
Okay, can you see that? Okay, so now what we're going to do, keep the camera right where it is, Patrick, but what we're going to do is we're going to move this over, and here was my end point. Here is my start point. I need to connect these two together.
And so
okay?
what she's showing you guys, by the way, this is a projection of the design right here of what we're actually going to sew. It's really, really incredible technology on the Solaris. So,
okay, can you see I'm getting closer? So now, here's my start point, here was my end point, and I'm going to bring this over. I'm trying to do this without getting my hands into the picture here. Uh-oh. So it's telling me my design is as far up as it will go. But guess what? I've got this wonderful little snap hoop. All I need to do is to pull my fabric down in here. Now, if you had a standard hoop.
sorry about that. Hope I didn't lose anybody.
So now what I'm going to do is bring this down until this perfectly meets up with this point. Okay, can you see how that is perfectly meeting up? And then
Yay.
I would stitch that out, okay? But what I'm gonna do here, instead of stitching that out, I'm gonna go ahead. So now you've seen how the Solaris will do it. So the Solaris projects my design onto my quilt, and then I can see my start and stop on my actual quilt, okay? So it's really nice being able to see the design directly on the quilt. The next way we're actually going to do this is to actually use the scanning capability. So right now, if you bring them over to the screen here, Patrick, what I'm actually going to do at this point is put this design back into center, because I want to show you how you will do this if you own a Destiny that doesn't have the projection, but you still have the camera technology, okay? So what I've done is I've taken my design back to the center of my hoop, and you're going to keep it on the screen here, Patrick, please. So what we're going to do...
The technique she's about to show you, again, if you own an Elissimo, a Destiny...
or the brother equivalent.
Yeah, or the brother equivalents of those machines, you can use this technology that we're about to show you here.
Yeah, if you own a Solaris, you want to do it the way that I just did it, okay? You wouldn't want to do it this way. One of the reasons that doing it this way can be a little bit of a challenge, I'm working with a half-yard piece of fabric. If you imagine, and I have a huge big quilt on my machine, you've got the drag of that quilt. And what we're actually going to do is use the scanning capability on the machine, okay? So we're going to go to this little icon right here, which is your camera with the piece of fabric behind it. And what this is going to do is it is going to scan what is in my hoop, and it's going to take that scan image and it's going to put it up on my screen. So now my connecting points are going to be on the screen and not on my quilt.
So you can see where the scan over here is right here is what she's already sewn out. And now we can place that design using that technology.
So this is the new design. This is the edge of my previous design. Can you all see that? And here is my end point, and here is my start point. So now these 2 points need to get connected. And we do that by going in to our movement and moving this design up.
So we had a question again, if you would match up the design if you didn't have camera technology. She has a template that you're going to use in order to do that. So again, the camera technology just makes this incredibly, incredibly easy and incredibly perfect. If you don't have that camera technology, I suggest you invest in a baby lock. But you can also still do this technique. You're supposed to laugh at that, by the way.
Can you get them right in there so that they can see that connection? Can you see that connection right there? Okay. So that is where I have connected, and I'm now creating a continuous quilting design from the left side of my quilt to the right side of my quilt.
Really
cool.
So
the disadvantage on the Destiny is that you have a full-size quilt, a queen-size quilt on your machine, and you are scanning. The scan moves this arm, and it has to be able to move the whole quilt. You need to try and take the weight of that quilt off the embroidery arm itself, okay? Like I said, I'm only working with an 18-inch wide piece of fabric, so it's very easy for this to scan and move that whole hoop. But when you've got a hoop and you've got the weight of a full-size quilt on there, it makes it a little bit more challenging for your embroidery arm to freely move. So I'm hoping that you understand the difference between the projection and the scanning. Two totally different techniques, both of which are 100% better than the template method. But if there is requests, I would be happy to show the template method too.
Yeah, so there is a lot of different ways to do this. Again, this is a very cool, if you're bringing your quilts to a long arm quilter and you own an embroidery machine, this is a perfect way for you to stop having to do that. So it's a really neat technique that you can utilize.
Okay, so when we do this,
I had a whole bunch of questions that just went by, so let me see if I can find those.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys aren't losing the picture. I see a lot of that. The hoop, by the way, Pat, is for different sizes or different prices. I think they run about $219 to $209 depending on the size of hoop that you want. Is that right?
Actually, they're about $170, $180 to about $229. $229 is the most expensive.
$229 is the most expensive, and we are still doing the 20% off since we're considering these classes. We will give you discounts on those if you wanted to order those.
Okay, so when you saw these files, and I don't know if you can zoom in on that there, Patrick, what you're doing is you can see clearly that you've got one column of your A file, and then you've got one column of your B file. What I just did was I connected an A to a B next to each other. When you take a peek right above this baby bottle right here, okay? Can you see there's a space in between that design, okay? You go down a little bit further and you can see the space again between there. So the challenge is to decide how far you want the positioning of the second template underneath the first template, or the second design underneath the first design, okay? So when you look at the bottom of these little ducks right here, this baby bottle is kind of almost going up into that little V right there, okay? So you don't notice a complete break in the design. So you really don't want to have like a 1 or a 2 inch gap in between your designs. You want to make sure that your designs are butted up close enough. And I'm going to try and show you that with the next hooping.
So the duck can smell the bottle, so to speak.
Okay, so we talked about an A and a B. So I've just done this B. So what I'm going to do is another B underneath it, okay?
You going to be able to fit it?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Okay, so a nice thing on this hoop is that you can actually put this up and over the top like this, and then you can reposition, and you're not taking the whole hoop off the machine each time. That's how I managed to do 70 hoopings without losing my mind. Okay, so you're going to put the
you
left
sure you
side.
haven't lost your mind? Sorry.
Maybe 15 years ago when I agreed to open the stores. Okay, so you can see how easy that is to reposition. I didn't have to take it completely off the machine or do any of that.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Isn't that cool?
Show them again.
Okay, after I got it perfectly positioned. Okay, so we're going to release the hoop, and you're going to just bring it up and over
That wasn't a
the top of
request
the
by
machine.
anybody. I just wanted to see her do it again.
Really? Okay. Then you reposition your fabric. Okay, so you reposition your fabric, and then you are going to bring the top part of the hoop down. You want to put the left side down first so it snaps in, and then let it snap down on the right side.
Without even removing the hoop. It's a really, really cool thing.
Okay, so I know some of you are going to ask about what about when you get to the edge of your quilting? What about when you get to the bottom? Just like long arm quilters require an extra 4 inches, that's going to be the same type of thing as this. You're going to need either a little piece of fabric on the bottom that you stitch on. You can use a piece of batting, you can use a piece of scrap fabric, whatever it is. You are going to need some type of a leader on the edges here to help with that. Now, can you get away and have your hoop something like this, where you've got like a couple of inches off the bottom?
Only I can get away with that.
Absolutely, okay? But you need to be very careful that the foot doesn't catch on this, okay? Because you are asking for problems right there, okay? So let me
Just
get
ask
this.
Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda's the queen of that one. She did that one yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this snapped in. And we are going to, we're on the B file, and we want a second B file underneath where we just had the first one, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our move, and we're gonna bring this all the way down, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and use our projection. Are you all over the place?
I am all over the place.
So we're gonna use our projection, and we're going to project the area that's at the top of that embroidery. And can you see it right here? Can you see? So I'm actually too high. So I need to bring my fabric down or bring my design down.
Yeah, good luck.
So we're going to have to do exactly what I just told you a few minutes ago.
I warned her, you heard me. See what she's doing? She's just moving her fabric up because she was at the top of her hoop, or at the bottom of her hoop, as far as she could go.
Okay, so here you can see this is just a projection. This is not stitched, okay? This is just a projection of where the design is going to be. And we can actually see exactly where we want the tip of that design to go. Let's bring that up just a little bit more. There you go. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and really ideally what I want is not a whole gap in between here, right here. So if I look at the bottom of this design and the top of this design, they're almost parallel. They're less than 1/4 inch away. So I'm gonna say that this looks good, and we're gonna lower the presser foot down after we clear the air messages, and we're gonna stitch this one. So traditionally when you're doing this, you are going to stitch a whole column. You're going to stitch from the top of your quilt, and you're going to stitch an A, one underneath each other. Then you will flip to the next design, which is your B design, and that one will connect to the first A, and then you will do a whole column of B's. Then you will revert back to your A,
so
and
each
so
of
forth.
the B's you have to connect with the A.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, I'm catching on.
But an A doesn't connect to an A.
A doesn't connect to an A.
And a B doesn't connect to a B.
But it connects to an A.
But it connects to an A. Got it?
That's good.
Okay, are we all experts on edge-to-edge quilting? This is one of my passions. I absolutely love edge-to-edge quilting.
That's why she's showing it to you.
So we're going to let this finish up here. Whoops.
Are we breaking?
I think Amanda said she had problems yesterday,
Yeah,
didn't she?
we need to.
I need a
change our
technician. If
needle.
anybody has any recommendations on a technician, if you could let me know, please.
Steve.
Okay, so we're just going to back it up a few stitches.
Oh my goodness.
And we're gonna
We
let
have
that sew.
so many comments.
We'll have to go back through them
Yeah.
afterwards. Okay, so whilst this is finishing sewing, I'm going to go ahead and...
I hope we didn't lose anybody. I got a call coming through again.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the fun expansion packs. So this is expansion pack number 1.
Can we be Vanna?
Sure, but you have to hold them still. Let me zoom in, okay? No, I want to point some of the fun ones out. So this was her first one, and this one has a super, super cute snowflake one. I really love the snowflake design on that one.
That was Kate moving the camera, by the way. It wasn't me moving the design.
I'm not even going to go there with you. Okay, how about expansion pack number 2? I do not have them all, but I have most of them. So expansion pack number 2 is actually the one that has a really pretty stipple on it. It has pumpkins, it has dog bones, it has a like baseball, it has kittens. It's actually a really popular one. Number 3, is that number 3 or was it number 4?
Number 4.
Okay, so number 3 I don't have. Number 4
It's the one we're using.
is actually the one we're using, and it has that southwestern one on it, and it's very, very popular also. Is this number 5 or
5.
6? 5. Okay, so 5 has a really good mix ones. The one that is very, very popular for obvious reasons is the sewing machine and the quilt block on this one.
6.
I'm glad he can count. We should have had Lily here. This is the circle one. This is the one that I actually used on my my quilt.
Oh, that's this one?
Actually, no, I'm lying to you. I used a different circle one. I thought it was that one.
7.
7. 7 has the...
It has drinks.
It does have drinks.
It has wine.
We all need that right now.
That's right.
Okay.
8.
I will go back and show the ones on the first one in just a moment, Loretta. So 8 has a really cool jigsaw. How many of you are doing jigsaws right now? I know I am.
9.
9. I like this one. I really, really like this one on number 9. It's like a stipple, but it's a little bit different. It's not quite as boring as a stipple.
It looks like me as a kindergartner.
No comment. Nobody else had any comments on that.
That's good.
Okay, is this number 10?
This is 10. This is the one you used.
No, it's not.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Why?
I know it's not. It's
Okay.
another circle one.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. I like that.
Yeah, Janet, me too. Lots of puzzles. I get home last night and there was a new 1,000-piece puzzle on my dining room table for me to start. Okay, which one have you got there?
This one is 12.
Number 12.
It's
Okay.
got watermelon.
It does have watermelons, and it's got the sea turtles on it too, which is super
Oh, yeah,
cute.
this is a neat one. I like that one.
And if you're making any quilts for any of the men in your life that love woodworking and stuff, you've got the tool one there too, which is kind of very masculine looking. Okay, then more recently, she came out with a jumbo. Can you turn that one over for just a moment? So this one is her brand new jumbo pack. So this one is designed for the big hoops for the bigger machines. So go ahead and flip it back over. So this one actually goes to a up to a 16-inch. So they actually have what they call extreme files on this one.
Wow.
Okay. So this one will take full advantage of any of you that have the Solaris. And this is the one that I actually used right here on my quilt that Patrick showed to you at the beginning.
Cool.
So those are all of the different design packs. I think we had somebody request us to show the number 1 again.
Oh, sure, sure.
So number 1 is an expansion pack, okay? So this is not the standard 10 designs you get in the book. So when you buy the book, you do get the standard 10 designs. Let's see what else there is on that. So there is some tricks to it, obviously. I made it look relatively easy. There is some math.
Because it is super easy.
Well, the connecting is easy, but the math that's involved with creating that. Can you take that out of the hoop, please, Patrick?
I can, sure. Ow! Joking.
Oh my gosh. See what we have to put up with here? Okay, so can you see where the bottom of the one design was? On the bottom of the hat right here and the top of the boot. This is where the designs. So this design up here was an A. Then we had a B that is connected right here. And then we have another B underneath there. Okay, so traditionally you would do all of your A's in one column. You would start basically in the center of the quilt. You would start at the top center and do all of your A's down one column and then work to your B's. Anybody have any questions? This is an in the hoop only, not for baby lock, no. These are multi-formatted. Thank you for bringing that up, Annette. So these are a multi-formatted CD that does include, let's see, ART, DST, EXP, HUS, PES, JEF, JIP, JP3.
VP3.
VP3, actually it doesn't have VP. Oh yes it does.
It does.
Yes it does.
It even has 10, whatever that is.
So,
never heard of that one.
Jackie, absolutely. Go ahead and call the store and we will honor that for you. The bobbin thread, I would actually match your bobbin thread with your backing. So let's take a look at my quilt over here. The backing of my quilt, we heard a noise and neither of us know what it is. The backing of my quilt was solid. Almost like a solid fabric, but I actually use the same thread. So I actually use the variegated thread on the back there, okay? So I use the same thread top and bottom. Let me see what this question was. If using the backing and the batting, how do you put together? I'm not sure I understand that question, Sherry. If you want to call, I will try and verify that.
This is a finished quilt. It's already done, right?
Absolutely. So the quilt top is done, and then I've got it pinned together. So you still need to go through the process. Okay. Yeah. So you still need to go through the process of pinning your quilt backing, batting, and top together. We do not have these on our website, so you will need to call the store. Oh, you're in Florida. Well, hi from Florida. Wow, we're just getting around these days. Just go ahead and give us a call here at the store. The number here that you can reach us if you give us a few minutes for this to finish up, but it's 303-317-2004. And you're right, I was going to be teaching this as a class. I do have a lot of people signed up, and obviously we will be contacting everybody.
Now they don't need the class.
Now they don't need the class. There's no need for me. I can just go home, right? No, we'll probably still honor the class if people want to come, but it probably will end up getting rescheduled. Let's see.
Tomorrow I get a sew, guys.
We have, you know what, let's see where everybody's from. So I just saw that somebody's from Arizona. Now I'm really interested. So put in the comments where you're from, so we can see how far we are, where we're reaching out to. Yes, you do need to sandwich your quilt before you quilt it. Sherry, you are on my list to call. I didn't want to call you early this morning, so yes, I was going to wait till after this. Give us a call. We do have your iron. Let's see, we've got...
Live is amazing.
Isn't it just wonderful?
Yeah.
I don't want to let anybody go. So we've got Michigan, we've got Broomfield, more Broomfield, we've got Aurora. Come on, I want to know where you're all from.
There's 150 of them on there.
Oh, well, I don't want to know where all of you are from then. Arizona. Hi, Susan. Brighton. Okay, let's put this back up onto Patrick. Did you announce the winner for yesterday?
I did. Linda Day, in case you weren't on. Linda Day, you did win the project holder. So that is going to be in Littleton for you when we open all this stuff back up. So we are again here 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh. Uh-oh. I still had it down there. I'm sorry.
That's, it's really cold in here, so.
Today's giveaway is another one of the thank you mug rugs.
Okay.
That's what I was actually looking for because I brought it over here. So we will do a giveaway. And it is actually one of the mug rugs, the thank you mug rugs. If you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
just to say thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hi Shyla. Hi Bev. How Pat. How Birdie. Hi Judy. We got lots of people. This is just so wonderful. Do we have anything else that we need to cover, or are we good?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're good. Tomorrow, again, we're doing another at 2 o'clock. We are taking the weekends off on this, so Saturday and Sunday we won't be with you, which makes us sad.
And I think Patrick's going to sew tomorrow for you all.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sew tomorrow.
So don't forget to tune in for Comedy Hour.
It's a scary experience. And again, sewing for the remedial, we have to do those every once in a while, so that's a good thing.
So like I said at the beginning, we are trying to get all of the comments off our Facebook lives after this is done. If you have not had a call by the start of the next live the next day, that means that somehow, we apologize, but somehow we missed your comment. So you should be getting a call from somebody here at the store to let you know about your order. So if you don't get that call, please give us a second chance and allow us to take care of you.
We love you guys. I hope everybody's healthy and everybody's doing
They're all
well.
excited for the demo dude tomorrow.
Yeah, don't. I hope your expectations aren't too high. Let's put it that way. But
So Linda, on the larger hoops, the one I was using is the 9.5 by 14, which is going to be appropriate for the Destiny, and that one is $229. And I think you all know that if we mention it on Facebook Live that day, you do get a 20% discount if you order it that day. So we will definitely do that for you. Can you show number 6 again? Can you show number 6, please?
I can count that high. It's on my second hand. There we go. That's one of my favorites too.
So it's got like the bumblebees. It's got like the cross. It's got circles. It's got hearts. It's got umbrellas. It's super cute. Okay. So I think we are going to, yes, you get 20% off the book.
20% off the designs, off the hoops, off of everything. Yes.
Anything that we talk about or mention in the live, you will get 20% off. The only thing that doesn't take into, that isn't effective on, is any of our fabric kits, okay?
And free shipping also over $25, so keep that in mind too.
And don't forget, if you tell us that you want something, please let us know what store you would like to pick it up at, please. Does number 10 fit the 9 by 14? Yes, it does. We are trying to stay healthy, thank you. We're trying to keep the 6-foot distance. It's much easier when I'm behind this side of the counter, behind this side of the camera, though. Okay, so you're funny, Christine. Christine wants to know if there's 20% off the Solaris.
Oh, of course.
Actually, I think we have more.
More than that.
Yeah, we have more than 20%.
30% off right now.
We have 7,000 off the Solaris right now through this weekend, and we have 60 months interest-free payments, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah, through this weekend, 36 months on anything over 2,000 and 60 months anything over 5,000. And again, we will ship that machine directly to you. So we would be glad to either deliver it or ship it. So just let us know. We're here. Again, love doing the lives. I hope you guys are enjoying them. And are we done?
I think so. Lorraine, I just saw this message. It says, I don't think you'll see in my messages. Give us a call. Like I said, we're getting so many messages up that it's actually hard to keep up with all the messages as we are live. But we do go through and read them all afterwards and try to make sure that we get everybody taken care of. But if we have missed you and there is something you're interested in or you have a question, please reach out to one of the stores. All the store numbers are either being manned or they are redirected to mine or Patrick's cell phones. And I think with that, we're going to, Margaret, give us a call and we will discuss that with you, okay? We will say goodbye. And
bye,
Patrick,
everybody.
Patrick has something to get busy. He's got to go find a project for tomorrow. I'm going to love it when he comes to me at noon and asks me what he's sewing and he still hasn't got a project. So, please give us some suggestions on things that you want to see too, because obviously we want to educate you.
Remember, the Patrick suggestions for tomorrow, so yeah, it has to be really simple.
The price on the book is $35, Billy. How long will the demo live stay on? Well, I'm going to go out on a whim here and tell you that the demo lives will stay on a daily basis, indefinitely until our stores reopen. Okay, we are getting a ton of requests for us to continue this afterwards, which Realistically, it's not going to be on a daily basis, but we might continue to try and do something that is alive maybe once a week at least, as far as a project is concerned.
That's right.
So we hope you all enjoyed the, not really a free project today, but free education at least, and maybe learned something on your machines if you do have the camera technology. Give us all a shout out. Don't forget to like and share this. And we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
That was a good one.